Hey everyone, it's the Batgirl here, and today's tutorial will be on Minecraft's vanilla trees. So to get started, we will start with the oak tree. All you need to grow an oak tree is one oak sapling. It will, if you cut it down, give a random drop of apples occasionally. Also, when you cut it, it will give you oak wood, and if you put oak wood into your 2x2 inventory, you will get oak wood planks, 4 of them. And this is the same thing with any lumber you cut down. Also, if you have shears, you can get oak leaves. Now, as I wanted to show, you can put them 2x2 or even more if you choose, and they will grow into each other. Sometimes you'll go to a biome and you'll have a big canopy of oak leaves above you because they all grow into each other. Not all trees do this, but the oak tree does. Now we'll go to the birch tree. As you can see, it has this lovely white and polka dotted cow type pattern on it, as birch trees in real life do. A little bit more unique than the oak, which is everywhere in Minecraft. Now all you need to grow this is just one birch sapling, and even less likely to happen with the birch, apples will drop on a rare occasion, but don't cut down a bunch to get an apple because the percentage rate is much lower than, say, the oak tree. Now, again, you can cut it and you get birch wood and transition that into birch wood planks. And again, with shears, you get birch leaves. And as I showed you with the oak, you can lay down multiple birch saplings and they will grow into a large canopy tree. Now we are going to be covering the spruce one, which, as you see, is a 2x2 in this one. Let's walk back so you can get a better idea of what that looks like. And as I showed in the previous ones, this one you would need to put 4x4, or 2x2, I mean, 4 saplings to make the tall spruce. And again, you would, got that switched backwards, but you'd get spruce wood and get this much darker spruce wood plank. And again, with shears, you'll get spruce leaves. Now, this is a little bit more common to see these bulked up in a 2x2 fashion, but this is what it would look like, singular. Now, I haven't bothered trying because these usually stand alone as a 2x2 or by themselves. I think you could potentially do what I did with the oak and birch, but I'll leave that up to you to find out. Now we're moving on to the biggest tree in vanilla Minecraft. As you can see, it towers beyond. With the jungle trees, you need a 2x2 order of jungle saplings to make the really tall jungle tree. And you can get random drops, but they're kind of different than what the apples are. You can get coconut beans on some jungle trees. They are outside, and if you cut it down, you'll obviously end up cutting down the coconut beans as well, or cocoa beans, I should say. And not all of them produce these randomly in the world. So you would have to kind of eyeball in a jungle biome to find them. And also vines, which you can find in swamps and some other biomes as well on other trees, but these tend to be the most common found with the vines. You would need to, and I'll put that over here, use shears to remove these or they just dissolve. And again, you can get jungle leaves using the shears as well. And you cut the wood and you get jungle wood and 4 jungle wood planks. And like the spruce tree, you can also get them as a single tree, but as you can kind of see, it's wouldn't give you a lot of wood, and generally I don't see vines growing on them. On a rare occasion, you might find a cocoa bean drop, but I would go with one of those instead. Now, the acacia tree, which is a little bit more unique, though I was lucky to get this one growing straight up. Usually they like go out, up, out, up, um, and aren't generally straight trees. So let's look at how this one grows. You would just need one sapling, and it does not drop anything else, unlike the oak, birch, and jungle. You can get acacia wood, obviously, and a unique plank color of orange. And again, with shears, you can shear off acacia leaves. Now, I did test out, you can grow 2 by 2, and you can see what I was talking about a little bit more, that the trees usually grow out in funky directions, but you can make them for like a 2 by 2, or I assume similar to the oak and birch, multiple trees growing into it. Now, for the last super vanilla tree, you will see it's the dark oak, which is one of my favorite original trees from the game. This one, you absolutely need 2 by 2 sapling setup. It does not grow as a single tree. They are meant to be a 2 by 2. On a rare occasion, you can get apples to drop, and also you will get dark oak wood if you chop it and get this really lovely dark, super dark brown, much darker than the regular oak brown wood planks. And also you can share, got that one backwards, share the dark oak leaves with shears. Now, let me turn the light back on. We get something that was added a little bit later in some of the, I guess you would call them expansions or upgrades, is the chorus plant. And though it tends not to be added with the trees, it really is. So let's look at what this is about. So you will need end stone to grow this, because this is found in the end. And then you would get a chorus flower, and I'll show you, well, actually no, I won't. You can check that out yourself. Chorus flower, and you would plant it down, and then it would randomly grow, and it's got a fun sound effect to it too. And if you cut down the tree, you get chorus fruit, which you can eat, or you can put into the furnace and get, sorry, it's raining, popped chorus fruit. Now, you can lay them down in a 2 by 2 setting, but as you can see, they don't necessarily grow well like this. They can, since 2 of them did grow, and I'll show you. That is what happens when you chop it down. You get a bunch of the chorus fruit, and you can heat them up to make that other version of it, and then also make blocks with that, but that'll be in another video. I'm ignoring the rain, I'm sorry. Now, what you can do is, with any of the planks, use them as fuel. And with the wood, not the planks, put them in the top part of a furnace, which I will show you how to make in another video. You can make charcoal, which is another great fuel source for beginning, because it tends to be a little bit more difficult to get coal as a fuel source super early when you're kind of using like wood axes and whatnot, and you need to make torches, which are very easy to make, but you need coal or charcoal, and this is a very easy way of doing this. So that is it for this tutorial. If you guys have any questions or would like to see anything specific, let me know, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.